What is up, everybody? It's Dirty and
DZAN. Hello.
We're back again.
Guess who's back again? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 35. Today is Wednesday, February 16th. For you, it's Friday.
Speaking of guess
18th.
Who's back.
Speaking of guess who's back.
We'll get to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's only two things on the topic for today.
This is going to be a quick one, guys.
Very quick one. We got the UFC 271 wrap up and then the Super Bowl halftime show. Dirty D, let's not waste any time. First things first, hold on, guys. If you like the content we do on this channel, you see that like button, smash that bitch right there. Comment down below with your thoughts on what we're talking about today.
Do it now.
Subscribe if you are new. Dirty D.
Yes, sir.
Best halftime performance or what? Overall thoughts, and then we'll dive into the details. What overall thoughts? Hit me.
It was okay. I thought it was a little blown over, really, but
right.
I've never heard of any of those guys, but they were okay. They were okay.
Country boys. Yeah.
That was so fucking awesome. And DZAN knows this, but I sent a message out to my patrons, and I'm sure it was to some chagrin, but I basically told them, with all due respect and love to my rockers, you're about to witness the greatest halftime show ever. And what was beautiful is that it delivered, because then I was like, oh, wait a minute. What if this actually sucks? What if there's like a sound problem? You know what I mean?
Technical difficulties.
It could have been a myriad of things, you know? So after I watched it, I was like, yeah, it landed. It landed very,
it was
very well.
dope.
So yeah,
I felt the same way. What a huge moment, not only for hip hop, but NFL in general, to be able to have these guys, for the first time having hip hop.
100%.
And you get the cream of the crop. Now let's talk about a little bit of the details in the middle of that.
My dog is going crazy, guys. Sorry about that. But we gotta keep moving along here. So
we're good. Listen, guys. So some rumors came out before the Super Bowl happened that there was a little bit of pushback between the NFL and some of the decisions that were going to be made during the halftime show. Let's go through a couple of them, starting with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's outfit was going to be a blue bandana hanging out of his left pocket. NFL said no. So he said, okay. And instead of putting a bandana in his left pocket, he wore an entire
blue
So that was him saying, all right, I'm going to do this. Dr. Dre was.
If I can interrupt you for 1 second, DZAN, because I reached out to DZAN after the press conference. I think it was on Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah.
And I reached out to DZAN and I said, oh shit. Because I was concerned about Snoop fucking it up. Just keeping it real. That's not DZAN, that's me. That was my concern, because what I didn't want to have happen is that this thing gets hijacked and then they never do it again.
Right.
And that was my biggest concern. This was a moment for rap and hip hop to be celebrated for the first time ever in this country to the level that it was. And what better venue than the Super Bowl? And my biggest concern, and I'm not going to get into it, doesn't matter, but Snoop made a few comments, and that's when my antenna started going up. I'm like, oh shit, because I know how the rockers think. Okay. And I know how white America thinks, especially the above 40 crowd. Right.
Right.
And the last thing in the world I wanted was this thing to fall apart. I wanted this thing to work so bad.
Out. Right.
And you know what? Listen, it was obvious to me that Dre got a hold of everybody. There was a lot of smiling. I never seen teeth so big. And I can tell you, rest assured that came from Dre, because everybody was smiling. And you never see those guys smiling, you know?
Right.
So Dr. Dre is obviously my favorite producer, right? In rap and hip hop, for sure. I wanted this to work so bad. And I felt as though maybe I was cradling a little too tightly, but I just didn't want anything to go wrong, you know?
Right.
And I didn't feel that it did. I thought it was fucking unbelievable.
Went off without a hitch, man. Yeah. The second thing, obviously, was that Snoop was told that he couldn't smoke, but of course, he was told he couldn't smoke, and he was told that he couldn't crip walk. He did both those things. Of course, being Snoop Dogg, he smoked right before he hit the stage.
And you see why I was concerned.
And then, of course, he started crip walk immediately. And you can tell the camera's cut off a couple times, but that was for Snoop. Okay. Dr. Dre was a little bit less censored, but he was told that, you know, he couldn't say "Still Ain't Loving Police" in the Still Dre.
Oh, that wasn't his choice then?
No, that was the NFL.
Okay. I was wondering about that.
So these were the rumors, right? These were the rumors, though, that the NFL asked him to not say "Still Not Loving Police" in Still Dre, but Dr. Dre did it anyways. And Dr. Dre says that
he didn't say that, though.
He did. It was Kendrick Lamar's that was censored.
No,
where he says
Dre never said. I watched it. No, I was specifically waiting to see if he was going to say that, and he didn't. He
did. He still, he said "Still Not Loving Police" still, and he did say that. He said to protect the artistic integrity of the song, and that the NFL went ahead and said, okay. However, they couldn't have
you and Kendrick I watched Lamar. 2 different ones.
Okay. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you that he did say it. Kendrick Lamar did not say Pyrus and Crips, obviously. So he edited that one out. And then he had to edit out Popo "Wanna Kill Us Dead in the Street for Show." So he edited that one out as well. So those were the 2 that he was asked to edit, and he complied and edited both of those out. Eminem was asked not to kneel. He wanted to kneel at the end of his performance to pay homage for the NFL players who were kneeling, as well as to Tupac. For those who don't know, at the very end of Eminem's "Lose Yourself," Dr. Dre got on the piano and played, the melody of one of Tupac's songs before getting into Still Dre. So it was kind of a
interrupt for 1 second here. Sure, the one area of disappointment that I had was the lack of Pac and Nate Dogg. And the Nate Dogg thing is me. Okay. I get that. But Tupac, I was a little disappointed there wasn't more of an homage to Tupac.
Yeah, I'm glad they played "California Love." I wish they would have riffed a little bit more on what Dr. Dre was starting to do on the piano, but then he changed right away to Still Dre. But Nate stayed kneeling for 50 seconds, 40, almost 50 seconds on that one. And that was it. Now, after all of this happened, the NFL, of course, got a bunch of blowback on Twitter for, trying to censor them and all this other stuff. And then Dr. Dre came out and was like, no, the NFL knew all about these. They were okay with all of the changes. My personal opinion is that was a little bit of damage control, and that they really didn't approve of these changes, but since it happened, it happened, and they needed
put that out there, though.
I do personally. I do, because that's just what I think. But I mean, Dr. Dre's telling you himself, no, they knew about them and they agreed with them all.
You realize this is a moment in time, though, and this is what I'm concerned about. Is that this is what's occupying the space right now? Is these types of discussions, and we have a different viewpoint on that.
Always, brother, always.
Yeah, that one's pretty vast, but anyway,
I mean, it was everywhere. It's not just my opinion. I mean, it's not just my opinion.
I know, that's my point.
Yeah,
that's my point, is that we couldn't just have fun with this, and yeah, this is why there's such tension, because there's just nobody wants to come together in the middle. Everybody's just standing on their sides and taking shots across the bow instead of coming in the middle and talking about it,
Yeah. And you know, I told you this towards the end of this season, and I decided not to bring it up. There was a week where Dirty couldn't be on, so I was going to bring it up on the episode, and I decided not to. And it's the way that I feel like the NFL had been advertising themselves way differently this season than they've ever had. And how I feel like they were putting a lot more they were really putting a much more emphasis on equality and diversity and all this stuff. And as you guys know, Jay-Z, Rock Nation has a huge involvement now in the NFL. And I think that leads to a lot of the new marketing decisions, advertisements, and how that shit kind of plays out. But I felt like it was kind of fake to me, but I didn't want to say any of that, of course. But then when this happened and all of this, and they're like trying to censor,
but that's the
then
world
it just
we
is
live
kind of
in,
like,
though. I mean, let's just truth here. That's the world we live in. Everything's fake. There's nothing genuine anymore. Everything is for the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got their agenda and they're going to put their agenda forward. And that's just a reality. The days of, people doing things to do the right thing.
And that's the thing. I'm all for change, and I'm all for people realizing that they were wrong and doing the right thing, but I'm not down for them to say they're going to do the right thing and put forth things to do the right thing, but in the back they're still
you
fake
have
as
to
fuck.
be really careful with that kind of stuff, though, because what you'll do with that kind of attitude towards it, I couldn't come up with a better word, but when you have that kind of attitude towards it, you're automatically instantaneously going to put people on the defense. We've got to break walls down, man. We can't keep fortifying them. That's where I feel.
Yeah, but we also can't tuck them under the rug.
That's why this country's in the shape that it's in. Nobody's
but we got to be vocal, though, when they aren't being just, you know what I mean? And that's
100%. I'm not saying that. Of course, dude, come on, man. You kidding me right now? Yeah. I'm all about that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the actions that are taking place. When they do take place, recognize them. Don't just, because when we automatically assume, well, it's because they're doing this because of that. Well, but you're doing it because of that. Yeah. See, and this is all that takes place then. So nothing gets accomplished.
The finger pointing, right? The finger pointing.
Right. So, if somebody does something right, even if that they did it for a bad reason, or not a bad reason, but a different reason than what you had, I think what we should do is at least acknowledge the fact that you did the right thing. Whatever your reasons for are your reasons, is that, again, that's the world we live in. Everybody's doing something for a reason,
their own gain or whatever the case may be.
But it's a reality, and all sides are guilty. There's nobody exempt from that. Yeah. So
long story short, this was the best halftime show of all time on the that the NFL has ever had. And probably what we should have started with, since that happened on Sunday, was Saturday's fight card, UFC 271.
Well, one was a little more important probably, but
holy shit, this card was insane, right? Roxanne Modafferi, first of all, I cried. Okay, I fucking cried. That is my girl. I love you, Roxanne Modafferi.
By the way, shout out to Izzy. And sorry to interrupt you, but shout out to Izzy, because somebody was starting to say something. I don't know if you caught this or not, the press conference, but somebody started saying something about Roxanne Modafferi, and Izzy just shut it down and said, "Hey, wait a minute." Mm-hmm. And that was really cool of Izzy.
Really cool. Legend of the sport, pioneer. Fucking love her so much. I don't know about that split decision, though. I mean, I don't want to end it on that, but I don't know about that split decision. I understand. River Alexander.
I don't understand the split decision, but I do understand the last two rounds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With the pressure, of course. And then, okay. So let's I got to pull up this card. I got to pull up this card here because we had so many good fights. My man, Jared Cannonier. First of all, I don't want to jump ahead, but Jared fucking Cannonier. We had Bobby Green and Nas Pratt first. Okay. And Bobby Green did fucking damage. What a massacre that was.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that Nazarat had a broken hand or something like that. Like right after the first round, which would kind of explain a lot, but he got outstruck like a motherfucker. Bobby Green was on it on Saturday. Alexander Hernandez making a big fuss about not being able to be on the main card. Finally gets his shot.
I am so sorry, brother. Can you hang on 1 second, please?
Yeah. So Alexander Hernandez fighting Renato Moicano. I mean, crying about not getting on the main card. He finally gets on the main card. There you go, son. Now you get submitted in front of even more people than you were going to in the prelims. Congratulations. I just really don't like Alexander Hernandez, man. I think he's a douchebag.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of him, to be honest with you, to know.
I never liked him since the Cowboy fight where he's like, I'm gonna put your ass in the geriatric center. That's him.
Yeah,
that's him.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up, Cowboy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So legend like that. Jared Cannonier, Derek Brunson, baby. Jared Cannonier was in some serious trouble. He got taken down. He was almost submitted, saved by the bell. But motherfucker, like he come back. Guys, I lost my shit, my voice, every part of my being and bowels. They were gone. All right. They were gone. This fight had me jumping. Man, if you could have seen my brother and my wife, they were like, you're fucking crazy. Like, you're legit crazy. I kept telling them, like, this is my third favorite fighter of all time. He's right behind Izzy, right behind Connor. I fucking love Jared Cannonier. I was so happy that he came out and with pure strength elbowed his face through the canvas. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. And Jared Cannonier made sure to get Dana White's attention. I'm next. When Dana White was asked at the press conference, he said, I'm not saying no to Jared. I like that. I like that a lot. So.
Especially in person.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot. Your thoughts on that? Did you have it? I mean, I know I ran away with that one.
No. That's great, man. I felt like I was there.
All right. I want you to start off with the next one, the co-main event. What are your thoughts? Derek Lewis, Tai Tuivasa.
Derek Lewis, I just saw he's suspended for 60 days, I think, medical. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love the Black Beast, man.
Mm-hmm. I had him in this fight. Yeah, me too.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No,
oh, wow. You didn't have
parlay. I won a parlay with.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Dirty with the parlays. Sneak parlay.
You don't know how much it was, so let's calm down.
That's why I always build them up for you, Dirty. That's why I build them up for you.
But yeah, he's something else. But anyway, Tai Tuivasa, man, he's as much as I love Derek Lewis. I'm a realist. You can. Tai Tuivasa, I don't know if he's beatable. He's
made some serious changes the past couple. He's made some serious fucking changes, man.
Yes, he did.
He used to not give a fuck and was knocking people out, and now he actually cares. Now
and not only that though, like I don't know if you noticed, but he was very patient. Yeah, extremely patient at times. And then once he got in and then started throwing those elbows, man. Derek didn't know what hit him, man. I mean, you could see it in him.
Am I being too hyped? Was this like one of the best heavyweight fights we've ever seen, though? Like that first round. My God. Derek had him on the fence. It was back and forth.
As far as I was going to say, I was just getting ready to say, as far as the back and forth goes, 100%. Yeah, that was one of the best.
I can't think of it. I was trying literally that night
because heavyweights.
Heavyweight. That's what I mean.
Yeah, don't go like that.
I can't think of another one at heavyweight where it was that back and forth and it went into the second round and still ended that way, where it wasn't a drawn out decision. It actually ended that way. Like it started crazy, ended crazy. It was fucking fantastic, man. All respect to Tai Tuivasa. I don't know if he's ready for Gane. Let's be honest, though. That's just my personal opinion. If you just look at the talent that he's beaten, right? 100%. Unranked, number 11, number 3.
I agree that I would be in the minority on that. And
Right.
and if I put my money where my mouth is, if I got to put $20 on it instead of 5, I may rethink that.
You know what? That's a good. We should play that game, real quick.
Right?
Like, if we had to put some actual money, if you got it
and real money, like $20,
honestly,
not $5. Yeah.
If I'm putting $20 down, I got a heel hook for gone. That's my honest opinion. If I'm like putting 20 down, it's a heel hook for gone. But you can never count out Ty, and you gotta love
he's
that.
So much fun. He's so good for the UFC. So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that the UFC finally embraced this guy. Dana doing the shoey and everything. And obviously it was the clean shoey, but
the shoey Vasa.
The shoey Vasa, right. But yeah, I mean, it was a great fight. It was a great fight.
All right. Now, guys, I only have Dirty D for another 10 minutes. So let's get into the final fight. I want to know your thoughts, Dirty. Did Izzy really win this fight? What are your thoughts?
No.
No, you do. Oh my God.
I am kidding.
Oh, thank
God. Read
God.
my lips. I'm kidding.
Guys, I was about to seriously take down the green screen, remove the facade. It's over.
He was gonna beat Dirty up.
All right, go ahead, Dirty. Please talk. Finish.
Okay, so no, I 100% Izzy won the fight. With that said, I wish Izzy he'd engage a little more. And it's not smart. It's not smart. It's not how you remain champion.
Right.
But that's what I wish, because all of these fights are starting to get very, very similar, in my opinion, and they're starting to lose their cachet. And I know you're a huge fan, and I'm a huge Izzy fan. You know that, but boy, okay, I give you an example. How many times have you heard me say something about Khabib and his fighting style? He's the GOAT, if you want to call him that, but it's boring to me. It's boring to me. I don't want to watch it. It's not exciting. And I certainly ain't going to put down $70 for a pay-per-view to watch it. So, and I did, and I will continue to support Izzy, but at the same time, I really wish he would engage a little bit more.
Put a little bit more of a button on it. I had a really interesting conversation with my brother this weekend when we were talking, the filthy casual, ladies and gentlemen. I told him, about how excited I was for this fight. He's like, yeah, I really hope Robert gets it done. I'm like, first of all, get the fuck out of my car. Second, why? What is your problem? He says, I think Izzy fights to win championships, but he doesn't fight to earn his legacy.
Your brother is not a filthy casual.
No, and at that moment, I was like, whoa.
He's no longer a filthy casual.
Explain yourself. I said, explain yourself. And he says, well, look at John Jones. When John Jones started going on his title run, we weren't saying, oh, look, he's point fighting. We were saying, oh, look, he's doing what that guy's doing, and he's doing it better. You always think about what Joe Rogan says. It's like a man amongst children. That's legacy. What I'm watching him do is get another gym in his belt, but I don't see the legacy. I can't remember the last good Izzy performance I can remember is Kevin Gastelum, and that's before he started his title run. What does that tell you?
Exactly.
And I had to touche. I mean,
who is your favorite fighter in the world?
Conor McGregor.
Okay. Name me which fight Conor phoned it in. Which fight was that?
Oh, man.
The answer is zero. The answer is zero.
None. Probably none. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think maybe Dennis Seaver.
No, fuck no. Man.
I mean, that was a pretty simple.
That was a great fight. And Marcus Brimage, that was a great fight. Diego Brandiao, great
Yeah.
fight. That was in Ireland.
Mendez.
Yeah, I mean, come
You
on.
can't. Yeah, there's not one. There's not one. Cowboy. Fucking A. There's not one.
And that's why he's so many people's favorite fighter.
Yeah.
Even though he's lost what 5-6 fights now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
We don't care.
Because they know when he steps in that octagon that he's not point fighting. He's not going in there to try to get past Dustin Poirier. He is not going in there because he needs another belt. He's going in there because of everything that's on the outside of that octagon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And that's why we love him, right?
Yeah.
And that's what makes him exciting. It's what makes him entertaining. And Izzy is the antithesis of that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with
but
that. So
I do want to, I feel compelled to say one thing though. Okay. I made a bit of a comparison to Khabib, and I want to be on record as saying I'm not comparing Izzy to Khabib Nurmagomedov. Israel Adesanya is a beast. Okay. Yeah. And I love Izzy. I don't love Khabib.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to make sure we differentiate that going forward down the road.
And I will
come back and say, hey, I thought you like, no. It wasn't anything.
I will say there were two really that weren't really Izzy's fault. The Paulo Costa and the Yoel Romero, those guys refused to engage completely. I mean, of course, it's on the champion to bring it to him as well. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when you have an opponent that's not literally doing anything, it's a little rough. It's a little rough, but that doesn't excuse the two Whitaker fights, the Marvin Vettori fight, as well. So I don't know. All in all,
arguably one of his better fights, or not better fights, more exciting fights, was Jan Blachowicz. Yeah. Because he let it all out.
Yeah, he did.
He had to.
Yeah. He had to. But thus, he is 22-0 in middle-weight division.
That he is.
The champion. Guys, thank you so much for watching this week on our wrap-up. We will be back with you next week. Dirty D, anything else to say to the beautiful people?
We love you. Thank you.
We love you.
Why didn't you hit the button? What was the problem?
What the fuck? You're supposed to do that at the beginning, so do it right now. Thank you.
I'm going to send a Zan to your house.
Yeah, fuck you up.
Peace, guys.